Hello, welcome to our 7 p.m. live session. Tonight we are here. We had a doozy earlier. That was a good one earlier. Then we're going to have an even better session tonight. So tonight, what we're talking about is we talking about the $1 million pathway, or the pathway to 1 million in home care, right? The easiest pathway to $1 million in home care. So let me ask you a question. Let's start with that. What would hitting $1 million in the annual revenue actually mean for you? What would it mean? And I'm not talking about revenue that disappears in the expenses. I'm talking about $1 million that leaves you exhausted, broke, trapped in your business. That's not what I'm talking about. What I am talking about is $1 million business that runs on systems, keeps you 30-40% of the profit, and pays you 6 figures as an owner and gives you your life back. Isn't that priceless? That's the kind of life you got in business for, isn't it? Because here's the truth. There are 2 types of $1 million agencies. There are. Type 1 is the $1 million trap. You got high revenue, no profit. The owner works 70 hours a week, one staffing crisis away from a collapse, living paycheck to paycheck despite doing $1 million in sales. That's not success. That's really an expensive job that you created for yourself. Now, type 2 is the $1 million machine. $1 million revenue, $300,000 to $400,000 in profit. Owner takes home about 150 plus annually. Systems run the business. The owner works on it and not in it. That's real wealth. That's financial freedom. That's what we're building today. If you miss this, you're missing something. And I'm not going to leave it up. I'm purposely not going to leave it up because I want you to be here. In the next 30 minutes, I'm going to show you the exact path from wherever you are right now to $1 million in annual revenue. No theory, not motivational nonsense, the exact roadmap with real numbers, specific milestones, and exact systems. The exact systems you need to reach each stage. And more importantly, I'm going to show you how. I'm going to show you why most agencies never make it and what you need to do differently. Let's get started. Now, think of building $1 million agency like constructing a skyscraper. You can't just start building the 50th floor. You need a foundation. You need a beginning. So you build the foundation, then you build the first levels. Then you can build higher and higher and higher. These fail because they try to skip stages. They try to build the penthouse before they pour the concrete. They want to be a millionaire before they make their first dollar. The path to $1 million has 4 distinct stages. Each stage has specific revenue targets, required systems, and key milestones. I'm very passionate about this because I want to see the people that watch these videos, want to see you succeed. I want you to take this information and grow with it. I want you to come back and say, I used to listen to Professor Home Care, or I still listen to Professor Home Care at 4 and 7 p.m. doing his lives. I took that information, I put it to work, and I built this business. Now, who are you? You're the solopreneur. You wear every single hat. CEO, salesperson, recruiter, scheduler, quality manager. It's all you. You own all of that. You probably have about 5 to 15 clients. I don't even think most people have 15 clients, but I'm gonna give you that. Maybe 10 to 20 caregivers. You better have a lot more than 10 to 20 caregivers to service 5 to 15 clients. You're charging somewhere between $25 and $28 an hour because you're competing on price. And you hear me talk about this all the time. Stop competing on price. Stop competing on price. I don't care what business you're in, or do not compete on price. Competing on price is a race to the bottom. You want to compete on value. You want to provide value. You want to create the value that's worthy of charging a premium price. Now, you're probably not even paying yourself regularly. And when you do, it's whatever's left over, which is usually nothing. You're stressed, you're exhausted, and you're wondering if this business will ever actually work. Does that sound familiar? The critical mistake at this stage isn't what you think. It's taking every client that calls, charging whatever they're willing to pay, and completing only on price instead of value. Now, this is where most agencies plant the seeds of their own failure. You think you're planting seeds of success, but you're planting the seeds of your own failure. What you must build is the 3 foundation system: clear positioning, who you serve, and why they should more, Why they should pay you, not just pay you more, but pay you more than the agency they pay, the agencies that's down the street that is competing on price. Why should they pay you more? You need the premium pricing model, a 3-tier pricing structure that charges $32 to $40 an hour. And not just that, but you charge it and it makes people want to pay it. Now imagine you're charging a premium price and people are eager to pay it. They're running to you. They got the checkbook before you can hand them the invoice. You need to build a people structure. That's an organizational chart that shows you exactly what roles you need and when to hire for them. Without this foundation, you'll never scale. Never. Here's why this matters. If you don't build a foundation right now, you'll hit 300K in revenue and you'll get stuck. You'll be too busy to fix your positioning, too broke to hire help, and too exhausted to build systems. You'll be running faster and faster just to stay in the same place. I know because I've been there. Now here's the milestone. You know you're ready for stage 2. You know you're ready when you're charging 32 plus an hour consistently. You can clearly explain why you're worth it. You have an organizational chart showing your next 3 hires. You're hitting 25K and 30K in monthly revenue consistently. Our people doing much better than that. Your typical timeline is 6 to 12 months with the right system. Now, in stage 2, who are you? You've broken through the solopreneur ceiling. You're making between 25 and 42K a month, and you have 15 to 30 clients. You have about 50 caregivers. But here's the problem. You're drowning. The phone never stops ringing. You're scheduling 40 new caregivers while responding to emergencies, while trying to sell new business. You've outgrown yourself. This is where good agencies die, because the owner becomes the bottleneck. The critical mistake at this stage, hiring too late, or hiring the wrong people, or hiring without systems for them to follow. The owner says, I can't afford to hire yet, while working 80-hour weeks and losing clients because they can't keep up. The truth, you can't afford not to hire. What you must build though, this is what you must build. A caregiver recruiting system, a 5-source pipeline that generates 20 to 30 applications per month automatically. Client acquisition system, a 3-channel marketing approach that brings you in 3 to 5 new clients monthly without cold calling. First key hires, scheduling coordinator, or virtual assistant to take the day-to-day operations off of your plate. These aren't just nice to haves, these are survival requirements. Without recruiting systems, you'll spend 20 hours a week chasing caregivers. Without client acquisition systems, your growth with random referrals and luck. Without hiring help, you'll burn out before you hit the 500K ceiling, before you hit $1 million. You'll be burnt out. And the milestone, you'll know you're ready for stage 3 when you're getting 20 plus caregiver applications monthly. 3 to 5 new clients sign up every month. You've hired at least one person to handle operations. You're consistently at 40K to 45K monthly revenue. The typical timeline to reach this is 6 to 9 months with proper systems. Now, stage 3, the optimization. You're between 500K and 750K in revenue. Who are you when you see that? When you're there? You've crossed the $500,000. You're making $42,000 to $62,000 a month, and you have 35 to 60 clients. Now, let me pause there. When we work with agencies and they have 35 to 60 clients, they are typically making far more than the numbers that I just gave you because you're positioned as a premium agency. And I will show you all these numbers. I actually put down more intently in our programs. You have 50 to 80 caregivers and a small team, but everything still feels chaotic. You have people, but no real processes. You're reacting to problems instead of preventing them. And every day is firefighting. Your profit margins are thin, maybe 10 to 15% if you're lucky. And I'm saying you're lucky if they're there. You're making good revenue, but you're still broke and exhausted. The critical mistake at this stage is chasing more revenue without fixing profitability, adding more clients without having systems to serve them excellently. This is where agencies get stuck for years. They plateau at about 600K because they're running a break-even losing, or they're running at break-even or losing money. More clients just means more chaos. Here's what you must build: operation systems, scheduling grids, care plan templates, quality checklists, communication protocols, everything documented and repeatable. Financial management, profit first banking systems, weekly dashboard tracking, client profitability analysis. You know your numbers cold. Management structure, operations manager or care coordinator who owns day-to-day operations while you focus on growth. This is where you transform from chaotic agency into a real business. Your operations systems mean quality is consistent even when you're not there. Your financial systems mean you're building wealth, not just revenue, wealth. Your management structure means the business can run without you in it every single day. Here's the milestone. You know you're ready for stage 4 when your profit margins hit 25 to 30%. You can take a week off without crisis. Your operations managers run the day-to-day without you. You're consistently at 60K a month revenue. The typical timeline to reach this, 9 to 12 months of focused optimization. This is what we build. This is what we do. Stage 4. This is scaling from $750 to $1 million. Who are you? You're at $750,000 or close to it. You're making $62,000 to $85,000 per month. You have 60 to 90 clients. And let me say this, I'm going to pause here again. Our agencies, when they get to they get to this amount of clients, they have 90 clients, they're doing a lot better than these numbers I'm giving you. I'm giving you the extreme conservative numbers. We position you as a premium agency, and your hourly billing rate is a lot higher than what we're discussing in this video. So you have 90 clients, you have 150 caregivers, and a real team running your operations. Your systems work, your margins are healthy, your team is solid. Now it's time to push for the million. Now the critical mistake at this stage is sacrificing profit for growth, taking on low margin clients just to hit $1 million mark. Remember, $1 million in revenue with 10% profit is worse than $750K at 35% profit. Just keep that in mind. I'm gonna say that again. $1 million in revenue with a 10% profit is worse than $750K with a 35% profit. Don't chase vanity metrics. Chase profitable growth. Here's what you must build: advanced marketing systems, multi-channel acquisitions with tracked ROI, automated referral generation, strategic partnerships, leadership development, training your managers to think strategically, solve problems independently, and lead their teams, financial optimization, rate increases for existing clients, elimination of unprofitable accounts, investment in high margin services. This is where you become a CEO and not just an owner. You work on the business, strategy, partnership, growth initiatives. While your team works in the business. The milestone, you hit $1 million when most monthly revenue exceeds $83,000. Profit margins maintain a 30 to 40% rate. Owner compensation is $120 to $150K annually. The business runs excellently in your absence. The typical timeline, 6 to 9 months of strategic execution. Now, here's why most agencies never make it, and they don't. Now you know the roadmap. There's 4 stages, specific systems at each level, clear milestones. So why do most agencies never make it? Let me tell you. It's 5 fatal mistakes that they make. And mistake number 1 is they compete on price instead of value. They charge $25 per hour because that's what everyone else is charging. They never learn to articulate their value. They never the premium position. So they end up in a race to the bottom. More clients, more hours, less profit. They're busy with going broke. Mistake 2 is they try to do everything themselves. They don't hire until they're making enough money, but they never make enough money because they're the bottleneck. They work 80-hour weeks. They burn out. They watch opportunities pass them by because they can't execute fast enough. Mistake number 3, they build systems before they hire. They build systems, but give them nothing to follow. They add clients, but have no operations. They grow revenue, but profit disappears into chaos. Every problem requires the owner to step in personally. They built bigger job, but not a scalable business. Mistake number 4, they don't know their numbers. They have no idea which clients are profitable. They can't tell you their margin per hour. They don't track KPIs weekly, so they make decisions blindly. They take on clients that lose money. They don't realize that they're in trouble until it's too late. Mistake number 5. This is a big one. They try to figure it out alone. They spend years reinventing the wheel, making mistakes someone else could have warned them about, trying random tactics from YouTube and Facebook groups. Oh, I resent that statement, but it's true. Just go get random advice in any Facebook group. You need to vet the information that you're given. Don't vet, you can vet the owner, but more importantly, vet the information that you're being given. Meanwhile, successful agencies follow proven systems built by people who've already done it. Professor Home Care. The solution is systematic implementation. Here's what separates the agencies that hit $1 million from those that don't. Successful agencies build systems before they need them. They invest in foundations before scaling. They follow proven frameworks instead of guessing. They don't try to invent their own path. They learn from people who've already walked it. Now let me tell you about the Home Care Foundation School, your roadmap. Let me ask you, where are you right now? Are you in stage 1, trying to get to 300K? Stage 2, working to break through 500K or $500,000. Stage 3, trying to systematize your way to $250,000. Or stage 4, making the final push to $1 million. Wherever you are, you need the right systems for that stage. Now, the Home Care Foundation School is a 90-day program. It's a 6-month mentorship, but the course is 90 days. The program gives you exact systems you need to scale from wherever you are right now to your next stage and beyond. We don't teach theory. It's not about theory. We don't give you motivational speeches and a bunch of fluff. We build your actual business foundations with you. Here's what we build together. Module 1 is your foundation, your positioning, your premium pricing model, and organizational structure. Module 2, people, a 5-source recruiting system generating 20 to 30 applications monthly. Module 3, clients, 3-channel acquisition system bringing in 3 to 5 new clients every single month. Module 4, operations is your scheduling systems, quality standards, care plans that reclaim 10 to 15 hours per week. In Module 5, we talk about your finances, profit first system, weekly dashboards, margin management for 30 to 40% profit. You get over 50 templates, calculators and tools, step-by-step implementation roadmaps, weekly coaching, email support, everything you need to systematically build your agency the right way. Now here's why this works. Because we're not giving you information, we're building this with you. We're building your systems with you. Every module has implementation assignments. Every week has specific actions. Every system we teach you actually builds in, you actually build in your agency. At the 90-day coursework, you don't just know what to do. Your systems are running. Your foundation is solid. You're ready to scale. And here's what makes us different from every other coaching program out there. We get paid based on your results. Oh yeah, $2 for every new billable hour you gain, tracked automatically from your scheduling software. We only win when you win. Most coaches charge you thousands of dollars up front and hope you get results. We tie our success directly to yours. Why? Because we're that confident in the system. Now here's your next step. So this is where we are. You now know the path to $1 million. 4 stages, specific systems, clear milestones, real timelines. I know you've talked to other coaches. They haven't told you this. You know, most agencies fail and what successful agencies do differently. Now you have a choice. You could try to figure this out on your own, spend the next 3 to 5 years making expensive mistakes, reinvent every wheel, and hope you eventually stumble onto the right approach. Or you can follow a proven system, build foundations before scaling, implement tested frameworks that work. Get there in 24 to 36 months instead of never. And in 24 to 36 months, you will be past $1 million. You will be looking and you'll see $1 million way back there in your rearview mirror. We're currently enrolling founding members for the Home Care Foundation School, and the founding member pricing is $297 down payment, $97 a month for 6 months, plus results-based success fees tied to your growth, though. You get immediate access to our modules. We will release them when you first stages. We're building in stages. You get the 50, you're going to get access to 50 plus templates. They will be released in stages. We don't want to overwhelm you. We want you to work through this and build a solid foundation. So we won't move on to the next one until we complete the first one. You'll get weekly coaching calls and email support. You'll get a direct line to us so you can ask those important questions and don't have to wait. And more importantly, you'll get the roadmap, the system, the foundations that every $1 million plus agency has built, whether they knew they were building them or not. You're going to have this. You're going to have the structure. You're going to have the plan. You're going to have the guidance and the coaching. If you're ready to stop guessing and start building, visit the link below and schedule your enrollment call. And that call will review where you are, where you want to go, and map out your exact 90-day implementation plan. Imagine this, 12 months from now, you're doing $750K or better in annual revenue. 24 months from now, you're doing well over $1 million. Your profit margins are 30%. You're taking home $150K annually as owner compensation, and you have teams running your operations. You work 30 to 40 hours per week on strategy and growth. And your business serves you instead of you slaving in it. That's not a fantasy. That's the path. And it starts with building the right foundation. Now let's build it together. Welcome to the path to $1 million. Bye for now.